Why are people quiet? When major scandals involving powerful figures dominate headlines, people expect chaos, protest, public outrage, systemic collapse. But instead, people are waking up, commuting to work, answering emails, complaining about traffic, and the world keeps spinning. It's like society collectively says, wow, that's crazy, but shit, I have meeting at 9. So why does this happen? Why do millions of people appear quiet when something feels morally explosive? Psychology actually has answers. Let's delve into it. The first one is diffusion of responsibility. In 1968, psychologists John Darley and Bibb Latany conducted research showing that when multiple people witness an emergency, each person feels less personal responsibility to act. This is called the bystander effect. When responsibility is shared, action decreases. Now scale that to millions of people watching a national scandal unfold. The internal dialogue of every individual is like, surely someone more qualified than me is handling this. I posted an awareness story on my Instagram, what else can I do? This shows that when everyone is aware, urgency diffuses. It's not that people don't care, it's that responsibility feels outsourced. Let's talk about the second concept called learned helplessness. In the 1970s, psychologist Martin Seligman introduced the concept of learned helplessness. He found that when individuals repeatedly experience situations when their actions don't change outcomes, they eventually stop trying even when the change becomes possible. Now think about how often powerful figures escape consequences. After enough repetition, our thoughts shift to nothing will happen to them. This always blows over. Why stress myself out? Protest requires beliefs and impact. Without that belief, silence can feel logical, even self-protective. The third concept is the system justification. Social psychologist John Jost proposed system justification theory, which is the idea that people are motivated to see existing systems as stable and legitimate even when they're flawed. Why? Because believing the system is deeply corrupt is terrifying. It raises uncomfortable thoughts. If this is true, what does that mean for my job or my family? What if the institutions I depend on aren't stable? Do I really want to pull that thread? So the mind does what minds do best. It protects itself. It rationalizes, it minimizes, it says there's probably more to it. Not because people are stupid, but because psychological stability feels safer than existential crisis. The fourth is the information overload and emotional fatigue. We live in a 24/7 crisis cycle. Scandals, inflation, conflict, climate, elections. Your nervous system did not evolve for that notification every 12 minutes. Research shows that when we're overloaded with information, our ability to take action declines. At some point, the brain says, I cannot process one more dramatic headline today. Outrage becomes exhausting, and exhaustion doesn't organize protest. It orders takeout and scrolls quietly. And even beyond exhaustion, there's one final bias that keeps people grounded in routine. That is the normalcy bias. The normalcy bias is the tendency to assume that things will continue as they always have, even when confronted with disturbing information. Humans crave predictability. Paychecks feel predictable, schedules feel predictable, group chats feel predictable. What does not feel predictable is disruption. Disruption feels destabilizing. So even when something feels morally shocking, the brain defaults to what's controllable. Let me just focus on my deadlines, let me focus on my meetings, and let me just get through this week. Routine feels safer than revolution, and stability often wins. So when people ask why is no one protesting, the answer isn't simple. It can involve diffusion of responsibility, learned helplessness, system justification, information fatigue, normalcy bias. Silence doesn't mean agreement. Sometimes it means overwhelm. It means fear. Sometimes it means the brain choosing psychological survival over collective action. It's not glamorous, but it is human. If you watched till the end, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed and would like more of these videos in the future. Thank you.